cheers. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And today I have with you guys a new Holly Jolly ASMR. I hope that you guys are excited, and this will be a baking video too, but I hope that you're not too tired of them. And in today's video we are going to make saffron buns. Now maybe all of you don't know what that is. Saffron buns are traditionally eaten here in Sweden, especially during Saint Lucia's Day, but around Christmas in general. Like Swedes eat saffron buns the entire December. It's like a huge thing, and in Swedish they are called lussekatt or lussebulle, but in English it's saffron bun. So I'm just gonna quickly go through the ingredients and then we can get started. So firstly we got saffron, what it looks like. We got sugar, milk, yeast. I love the smell of yeast. It smells so good. In this tiny package. Butter. And then we got salt. Flour. lastly, we got raisins. Raisins. That are all the ingredients for our saffron buns. And of course, if you just want to listen to the soothing sounds of me baking these, go ahead. But if you want to join me in baking this, then you can do that as well. And I'm actually not gonna bake alone today. I'm gonna bake together with my boyfriend, so you will have double sound. So let's just get right into the baking. Okay, so now we're back, and so firstly we're gonna start with the yeast, and we are actually gonna do 2 different doughs because we want to do one with saffron and one without, because some people doesn't like saffron. So we're gonna cut this in half. So we got 2 bowls, and of course I got my boyfriend that will bake with us today. So let's just get into it. So I'm just gonna open the package. So, and now we're gonna cut it diagonally like this. So now we are going to be crumbling these 2 into these 2 bowls. So I will be making the version with the saffron, and my boyfriend will make the version without the saffron. And we're gonna really try to make them small pieces. And I forgot to say, this recipe is for making around 30 saffron buns. So if you want to make like a dough with only saffron, then you would use 1 bowl with the entire yeast. But we are making 2 different. So let's move on to the next step. Alright, so now I have this model in wood. And now we are going to grind the saffron with a bit of sugar. And this is half a gram, and we are going to use the entire bag. It was a little too difficult to open. Alright. And it comes in this little plastic. And you can really smell it. It has a very strong smell. Like so. And then we're gonna use some sugar, just a tiny bit. like so. And now we are going to powderize it. And now when that is complete, we shall move on to the next step. So now we're at the stove and we are going to melt some ingredients together. And we're going to do this twice because we want one dough with saffron and one dough without. So in this we are going to use half the butter, half the milk and the saffron, and in the next batch we will only use the butter and the milk. So let's get started with butter. And now we will just wait until the butter has melted. And now when the butter has melted, we will add the saffron. And now we will add the milk. And the milk used half of a liter. So right now we are using the half of that. So we can make two. It's like golden color. It's really beautiful. So hey guys. So now we're just gonna add a little bit of the liquid to our yeast. And stir it at the same time. And when the yeast is gone, we can add the rest of the liquid. And now we are going to do the liquid mix without the saffron in this bowl. And now we're gonna add some other ingredients. We're gonna add sugar, salt and flour. So we're gonna start with this sugar. So in the whole recipe you will need 2 deciliters, but we're going to use one in this and one in this. We have a 1 deciliter cup. Here you go. And now he's going to add it to his mixture. And you just stir it together. So now when we have stirred it, we're gonna add a little bit of salt. So for the entire recipe, it's a half teaspoon. And so we're gonna add 1/4 to this and 1/4 to this. And you can see that this mixture is a lot brighter. So you can see quite a big difference when you have the saffron and when you don't. Alright, so now we are gonna add the flour. So we're gonna have a lot of flour. And So for the entire recipe, you will need 1.5 liters of flour. So we're gonna add 7.5 deciliter to this and 7.5 deciliter to this. But we're not gonna use all of it. We're gonna leave a little behind. And you just take a little at a time and work with, because it will slowly get thicker and thicker. Alright? And now we're going to continue kneading this dough for about 10 minutes. 10 minutes, 10 minutes. So we'll be right back, right back, right back, right back. Alright, so now we have kneaded it for about 10 minutes. So now it's more doughy. And so the last thing that we are going to do before we let it rise is to add a little bit of flour on the top of the dough so that it doesn't stick. I'm gonna sprinkle some flour on the top like this. So now we're going to use these kitchen towels and cover the bones like this, like this. Like this. And now it will sit and rise for about 30 to 40 minutes. Alright? Alright, so we will be right back. Alright, so now we're back and we have let the dough sit for about 35 to 40 minutes. And so now it's time for us to remove our kitchen towels. So as you see, the dough is pretty much doubled in size. So now we have already kind of prepared, but we kind of work with the dough on a floured workbench. And we can add some flour on the top. Right, let's start working with it. Alright, so now we have prepared our baking tray with some baking paper where we're gonna put our saffron buns on. like so. So now, since we want to try to make 30 saffron buns, so we're gonna split my dough in 15 pieces and the other dough in 15 pieces as well. We kind of give up on using the knife.
You put it to 16 pieces.
So we decided to make 16 pieces instead because it was easier. Well, alright. So now we're gonna start rolling them into little sausages. And then we're going to make the classic saffron bun. Alright? So let's get to it. That looks funny. That looks funny. We're not entirely sure because we can't do it on table because it kind of glides, so we're trying to do it in our hands. Alright. And well, it goes better for my boyfriend. I'm not sure what this is. I'm not sure what this is. It looks like a banana. Saffron bun banana. So he actually succeeded. This is the classic. Show it closer. This is the classic saffron bun shape, and it's kind of like an S. I mean, to be fair, this is my first time making these. I've only eaten them before. I never made this by myself. This is the first. So if you guys who are watching have made this, you might laugh at me. He's already on his third. Maybe a 31 side first. Yes. Okay, my first sausage. Okay, let's twirl it. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. My first one ever. Huh? I think that looks great. Yeah. Okay, I just realized that my bun is a lot more shrinkly than his. I'm not sure why that is. Mine is old. Because I've been working on it for 100 years. It's gotten old. So, alright guys, we have now prepared 2 baking plates. And this is how they turn out. These have been out for a little while, so they have thickened up a little bit. So my boyfriend did most of them. Mine got a little wrinkly. Like this and this. Those are mine. And this one. I wasn't the best at doing this, but you know, they all have their personality. So as you may see, the yellow ones are the one with saffron, and you know, the cream ones are the ones, you know, without the saffron. So now we are going to let them rise for about 35 to 40 minutes. And so we are gonna place our kitchen towels like so. Alright, so we will be back in a little while. And as you guys see, the gotten a lot bigger. So now what we are gonna do before we bake them in the oven is we are gonna take this, and this is 2 eggs, and it didn't have a specific number of eggs on the recipe, but it should cover all of the buns. So we chose with 2 eggs. I think that will be enough. And we got this brush, so we're gonna brush the eggs on top, and then my boyfriend will place the raisins. So what you do is that you place the raisins on, what should we say? Like on
every end.
Huh?
On every end.
On every end of it. They're really coming together, and here we got our almost completed saffron buns. They look so cute. So yeah, and now we're gonna bake them in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius at around 8 to 10 minutes. So we will be right back. And here we have it, everyone. Our finished saffron buns, freshly baked from the oven. And yeah, for the first time, I don't think we did too bad. I mean, they're not perfect, but you know, it's made with love. I figured that me and my boyfriend would try these, so we are just gonna get something to drink. Alright, so we have our little Santa plate and 2 glasses and something to drink. So we're just gonna pick one each. I'm gonna take a bun without saffron because I'm not a fan of saffron, but my boyfriend, he loves it, so I'm gonna take this. And now you're going for a big one. Alright, and for drink we are gonna have this julmust, which is a Swedish Christmas soda that comes every Christmas. It reads, "It's the most wonderful time of the year." I love these glasses, they're so beautiful. Alright. So now it's time for a little well-deserved Christmas fika. So cheers! So let's try. think we did a good job. So I want to thank all of you for watching, and I hope that you got relaxed, or if you even baked with us. And of course I hope that all of you are doing well. And lastly, I just want to wish all of you a merry tingly Christmas. Bye. 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 Bye.